Oh, hi there. Name's Augustus Windbranch. Nice to meet you. Were you thinking Canon RP or something better? Let's talk. We need to talk.
All I want is the perfect camera. All I want is the perfect camera.
Do you honestly see a difference on your tiny little phone? You see nothing. You see nothing. I've been very impressed with the Canon RP. I don't know, I had it like a year ago, but thanks to Camera Canada for giving me a second chance. It's so amazing that, oh, is that the store? Oh wow, look at them. I'm gonna go inside. You think I couldn't? I could. I'm going inside now. Oh no, they're arresting me. Some people say my comparisons aren't fair on YouTube. Oh, you have to compare it with this lens. So today we have the most fair comparison, equal cost, I'm sure. Canon RP with a 50mm 1.8 versus the little Sony A7S III with a Zeiss 55mm to 1.8. They're slightly different costs. It's hilarious how it's an obvious difference. RP's on your right, Sony on your left. If you look for it, yeah, Sony has way better dynamic range. I think I even prefer the color science. Maybe not though. It has like a warm auto white balance. It's bullshit. Where Canon colors seem to be more natural, more real. I mean, when you peek under the hood, Sony A7S III, we're talking like 4K 120p, the ultimate dynamic range, amazing detail, like just a workhorse, 240 frames per second versus whatever you're trying to do. You had to add 24p in a firmware update. No slow motion to be seen. It has many downsides. But like just for YouTube, you could totally get by. I don't know what I did the last year I had this camera, but looking at it now, especially with the 35mm and the Black Pro Mist filter, that cuts down on this digital sharp look. It disgusts us. It's disgusting. So today I wrote down a bunch of the future exciting RF glass. I figure we talk about that a bit, and the flaws of the RP system. The image is nice enough, but does that mean you should buy it through my affiliate links? The answer is not so simple, is it? So let's do a little autofocus test while we talk about the flaws of the RP. There's no log. That sucks. The dynamic range, we're just in standard profile. No, we're in faithful on the RP. Oh, I think you acquired me faster. Wow, not bad. Who has more focus breathing? That's some bullshit. So we're just in S-Cine tone on the Sony. I could have went to S-Log 3 and converted those to airy colors, but I held it in the ballpark of fairness. You can't do auto. Yes, you can. You can't do aperture priority. It's either full manual or full auto. And if you go full auto, it'll choose like F16, Tony 16. Oh. Or if you choose full manual, you have to pick your shutter speed and guess. Right now we're at 1/500th to hope that, and it's auto ISO at least, so cool. It's doable. No dual pixel autofocus in 4K, so we're both in 1080p now. That hurts because the magic that we've witnessed, that 800mm lens with the R in 4K, that's actually a life hack with the crop. I'm debating buying into that whole system. For handheld though, it's a little too shaky, but the Panasonic was shaky too. I don't know what you even do. Maybe Olympus has the key to that one. No slow motion, that hurts. 60p, what the hell, man? We can do 120 in 4K. Drop it down to HD, it's 240. Imagine if it was 480. I prefer my phone for the 960. I'm debating getting the RX10 Mark IV for the long zoom and 960 frames per second. Are you kidding yourself? You're kidding yourself right now. 600mm. SD card slot in the battery door. That's a bitch. It's just enough to annoy you. You're used to going out the side to get it. It's like, oh, underneath. You actually have to pick your camera up, really, to get underneath it. Whereas like Sony, I just plug in a USB-C. Fuji's an easy flipper. The Canon R has the best door I've ever seen in my life. Hands down the best SD card slot door. It pushes easy. The G9 is like, there's nothing to get. It's like, ow. And the Olympus too. Painful. When it comes to dynamic range, as you're witnessing right now, let's see who handles this better. Who's gonna handle that? I look like blackness in the Sony. At least Canon somewhat cares about me. But man, look at that sky. For a full frame, like the lowest dynamic range you could get. I'm in the sun now. Like, it's not even comparable, it's a joke. So is this comparison. Who would ever film like this? Not Philip Bloom. That looks closer. That's better. It's not bad, it's a respectable shot. We're sitting down in a forest. So that's about it for negatives. Other than that, like, you have a camera full frame that's super light, amazing autofocus, good enough image, easy to do. Easy to do? It's not even on the notes. Oh, the battery life, that hurts. That's why the camera's so light. The dinky little battery couldn't power up a little motorboat on a pond. So, other than that, fantastic buy. So could this be my all-in-one YouTube camera? Right now, no, it couldn't. I'll tell you why. Because the lenses. I'm not buying that 15 to 35 mil. It's way too heavy to bring outside. It's stupid. So right now, they don't have a vlogging lens. I could do just a 35 mil in the studio, no problem. But out here, you can't really vlog with a 35. I've tried. It hurts. But that's where the future comes in with these lenses that I've written down. They're coming potentially, no guarantees on it, but they're out there, they're floating in the mist. There's a couple interesting ones. The most interesting, picture this, a 24 mil Tony 1.8 image stabilized macro lens. That would be my dream lens. It's already too much Tony at 1.8, but because they sacrificed it from a 1.4, it'll be lighter, potentially pretty light, and stabilized. Working with digital stab, that might be fantastic. And it's a macro, so you could get slow motion shots of ants. Wow. Not on this camera, but in future iterations. They also have two interesting zoom lenses. As he stands, why'd I do it? I thought it made the more shot. I was gonna say the shot more dynamic, and it wasn't either. It just sucked. Why does Sony have to be so orange and warm with the white balance? Can you set it? It's in white priority. Is there a normal setting? Just do normal things? That's the problem with Sony. It's just there's always something weird with the colors, even though it's more pleasing, usually. So Canon has a potential 14 to 35 Tony 4. I don't think it's stabilized. It should be, but it's not, so that could suck. But just having that much range, a 14 to 35, the widest we have right now is 15 to 35. Almost too much. But Tony 4 is enough for outside. There's your vlogger. If it's light, which it probably won't be because it's 14. So that, just scratch that one off. But the 18 to 45, now we're talking. It's a Tony 4 to 5.6. That hurts. That hurts. But if it's light enough, 18's wide enough, then you get a 45? That could be your all-do-it lens. Not in the studio. You'd have no ton. That would suck. People would unsub faster than you get the subs. But be honest with yourself. Like, does this matter? Can you tell that that one's like 5 times the cost? This little 50 lens is like $299 or something. I'll put the cost differences for the RP with that lens and the Sony with this lens. And it's like, what the hell are we getting for that? If I start shooting slow motion, then okay, we see it. But we're not. I will. Don't you worry. 60p versus 240p. Who does it better? honestly, if you wanted to go full frame, I don't know that I could recommend the RP. It's just because of the downsides, they're annoying, but like it looks good enough. I would still go with the R. At least you do get 4K with the crop. It's actually a life hack for wildlife photography, birdography, videography, not photographies. You could certainly build a YouTube channel up to 3,000 subs with an RP, no problem. That's where you max out, and then you upgrade to your phone. So, Canon, you're bullshit. I know you had a meeting with Sony discussing who was the leader of the 6 camera groups, and it was a bullshit meeting. I'm glad I wasn't there to hear it. Somebody might have recorded it though. Someone's always watching. Oh, hey Sony, nice camera you have there. How much does that cost? Looks pretty affordable, is it? Some people can afford it. We've had sales. A lot of people, dentists, plane flyers. What are those called? Plane flyers. They're called pilots. I'm sure you knew that deep down inside. That's some interesting colors you have going on there. What's with the warmth? I mean, it's spring. It's not full on summer in Thailand or something. Is that what you're going for, a Thailand look? I was at a photography convention once, and I'll never forget it. A woman walked up to me. I had 2 photos, one with a Canon camera and one with a Sony. And she said she preferred the Canon because it was warmer. So we copied you. Unfortunately, you didn't share with us the algorithm that blocks the sun filter thing we have. Help! What the hell do you do to change it? It's called Secret Canon Skin Tone Magic. And I'll never show you, because it's our only advantage we have over you. You have secret technology that was obviously stolen from a better civilization of the past. I don't appreciate you using it against us. So we will rub color crayons in your face. How come you're line skipping 1080p? You couldn't do a full readout on that one? What processor are you using? MS-DOS? Is it MS-DOS in there? Wasn't that like the first program ever made? It's a reliable system, gets us by. We don't actually have the battery life to power something better. You know that. But still, Canon colors, am I right? You have no soul. We may not have a soul, but what we do have is a gain in market share, which is your loss. Have you noticed the numbers? We're creeping up higher and higher, and you're getting lower. Have you seen those graphs? I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you over the sounds of us leading the industry still. So like losing a couple crumbs off our full breaded sandwich. We're still eating well, my friend. Do you like crumbs? Do you have? Here's a couple. Here. Are you weather sealed? Sorry about that. We have weather sealing. Fisher-Price gave us a 6 out of 10 on it. It's good enough. It's good enough. It'll survive fog. And there's the RP about to run out of time due to its recording limits as Sony auto tracks my face through the Canon LCD. That is unfortunate. That hurts. Oh, little RP. You shut off. How much battery life did that video suck out of you? It looks full still. So, yeah, we're good. Did it even record? Probably not. Probably not. It's fine. I like that lens, the 50, nifty 50. It's so cheap, but it looks beyond its weight limit. So for me personally, I like the Sony A7S III much more, but if I didn't have either, I would be more proud, and it would be funnier that I had a show on just the RP. Oh man, can you imagine I upgraded to that from the G85? It wasn't even out yet, but I would have been super happy. Never would have talked about cameras again. So thank you, Camera Canada, for lending me all the camera gear. Let's all go to Camera Canada tonight. You click on those links, you go there, you buy something. You tell them Casey sent you, you get a 90% off coupon code, guaranteed, every time, no matter what you buy. I'm gonna leave. Zeiss magic is upon us. Subscribe for more videos after you buy a Camera Conspiracies t-shirt. I'm gonna walk off. I'm gonna take photographies. Oh, you lost my ass. I'm just gonna sit here and appreciate the beauty that we're all witnessing. Eat your heart out, Philip Blue. Eat your heart out. He never thought to put a building in the background of one of his clips. What a noob. I'll send you my free course. It's on me. I don't have one. I'll leave. Just leave.